Good morning, Greenlight the Day family. Welcome back. My name is Jane. Today I'd like to read to you something from a book that I was gifted. So there'll be 2 quotes today. First, this book is from a book called, or this quote is from a book called The Body Keeps the Score, Brain, Mind, and Body and the Healing of Trauma. My first quote is, traumatized people chronically feel unsafe inside their bodies. The past is alive in the form of gnawing interior discomfort. Their bodies are constantly bombarded by visceral warning signs, and in an attempt to control these processes, they often become expert at ignoring their gut feelings and in numbing awareness of what is played out inside. They learn to hide from themselves. They learn to hide from themselves. The book is written by Bessel A. Kolk. So, I have shared before with you that, obviously like all of us, it's nothing special. I experienced trauma, childhood trauma, just like anybody else. We all have our traumas. And that I've also, if you've known me for a while, but I'll repeat it here for those of you who don't. I had traumas as a young adult, as a young child and as a young adult that made me hide away from the world inside my own body. So I created a fat suit to protect myself, to hide myself, to become invisible. To become invisible even though I was taking up more space in the world. It's kind of strange. But that's what I did. And even though maybe I could shut off the thoughts, the memories in my mind, the body kept score. The body always knew. And so in 2008, I had weight loss surgery and I lost all my weight and, or excess weight. I lost all my excess weight. And therefore, I suddenly found myself being reminded by my body, the traumas that it had suffered, that it had kept memory for me when my mind didn't want to think about them anymore. And suddenly my mind had to face the things that my body could no longer hide and keep to itself. And, that part of my life has been an interesting journey in itself. Because in losing excess weight and in remembering the memories that my body held for so long, and in no longer being able to numb myself with food the way I had, it has really led me to a life of learning to face fears and understand pains and accept responsibility for so much of my life, right? For choices, for decisions made. So how is this going to greenlight my day? I'll tell you. I've been having this conversation about weight loss. Because with my surgery, it took me, like I said, all the way down. I got rid of all of my excess weight. And then the body, my body, after maybe 4 years, I started having to fight it, to maintain that low body weight. And it became such a fight that literally probably like for 1.5 years, I felt really depressed, like really sad. Not depressed, but I was sad because the struggle to maintain that light weight was so tough. When I thought, hey, I mastered it. I've mastered it. I know what it's going to take to stay down here. But slowly, some weight crept on. And then I had to decide quality of life, right? Quality of life. How important was it for me to maintain my lowest weight? A weight that I would have to fight tooth and nail to keep, where everything every day would be a focus on myself and my body and the choices that I made. To be more than mindful, to be super focused and put blinders on to everything and everybody else. Or could I accept my new set point, where my body wanted to be, where I could still be active, where I could still make good choices, about the way I ate and the way I lived. But I didn't have to be so super focused on me, where I could be living a life where other people were just as important, that my health would be first and I could take care of myself, where I could be, where everything was as it should be, healthy, active, feel good about myself, be okay with this body, be okay with the score that it's keeping. That was the question. Could I do that and it not be at my lowest weight? And so with this conversation with a friend, I was telling them, how I had dealt with that and, my thoughts about that. And their question to me was like, well, are you being real? Are you giving up? Are you throwing in the towel by not fighting to stay at that low weight, for the rest of your life? And this is what that question did. It sparked a conversation with that friend and with me and inside of me. And I had to decide what was quality of life for me. Quality of life for me to be in a size 16, or was quality of life was going to be okay to be a size 10 and still be active and still make good choices and still look okay. And I chose a size 10. For now, it can change. But I realized that quality of life for me became being okay with living this as a normal person. If I want to lose 10 pounds because I want to go to a party, well, I will, right? Like people do. So I'll get into a size 8 for that. It's been a journey of being able to understand the score that my body has been keeping and building on that and releasing. So my poor body that remembered in its deepest tissues, down to the bone, the pain and trauma of something really bad. I've been loving on myself to let go of that trauma. To tell my arms, you know what? It's okay. You can still do so much. And going down to my breasts that no longer look the same. It's okay. It's okay. To my stomach with its excess skin. It's okay. I love you anyways. Down to my legs, which have always been, to me, a source of embarrassment because I have a big butt and big legs. But now it's like, it's okay. I love you. I love you. I understand. I understand and I love you. And it's okay. I made a decision to be in the now, to experience life as it's happening, to choose not to numb anymore. It's made all the difference. It's made all the difference. So I have quality of life. And the score that my body's been keeping is no longer about hurts and pains and, bruises. The score my body's keeping today, what's greenlighting my day, is that I've learned to love it. Love it and cherish it. And be okay with it, with no harsh words, with no harsh thoughts, and being grateful that it's got me through today. And that's how I'm greenlighting my day. So I hope you all have a wonderful Friday and that you greenlight your day too. Make it green, people, wherever you're at. Make it green. Bye. Mwah.